Special pair!
Exodia, the Forbidden One! Impossible!
Hello there, my beautiful children. It is I, Sag, bringing you another couple of P4 games. Today, I'm going to be showing off a build that I don't do very often. Two builds, actually. Well, one of them is one that I do very often. But this one, this first game that we're going to be looking at, I do not do very often. And that is Pteranodon Exodia, is what I like to call it. Essentially, what you need for the full Exodia, we'll explain full Exodia, and then I'll explain what I had to do. So full Exodia would be chocolate cake flea at the front, chocolate cake Nyala second, chocolate cake nurse shark third, level 3 Pteranodon, and then some unit with potato in the back just so it can always live, essentially. And then what happens is at the start of battle, flea goes, Nyala goes, nurse shark goes, and then Pteranodon spawns all three of them again, and then they all three go again. So there's a real way for you to just completely board wipe enemy teams with that build. But what I had to do was a slightly worse version of it. I should have bought that possum, dude. I had to do a slightly worse version because it is incredibly hard to get level 3 Pteranodon. The game has to go incredibly late, and most of the time that just cannot happen. Also, my start here sucked really, really bad. I also call the Pteranodon Exodia Desperation. Sometimes it feels like you have to get pretty desperate when you like get to the late game and your board didn't really do anything. Like right now, my board isn't really getting any better, I'd say. This Saiga Antelope is, of course, going to be very huge for me. But we're not getting that much better. So it's going to be pretty rough, especially against Pack 3. He's already got early big level 3. He's got Elk. So he's just going to be able to sort of stall me into the end game because he hasn't lost any lives. This is what I hate about Pack 3 too, is all they have to do is stall until they get to the end game, and then I'm always in desperation mode is what it feels like. So we're able to at least get an Osprey here that's really, really nice for me, at least something to work with all of my summon support. I've been having a few games where it feels like I get a ton of pets that all want to be in the back, but they can't all be in the back, can they? Some of them has to be up front. So here we're able to win. Yeah, you can see he's just super greeting, buying a bunch of sausages and everything. He's figuring he can just make it to the late game and then blow me up, which is probably real. Especially since I don't think I ever get a level 2 Saiga. I don't think I ever get a level 2 Flying Fish. So this game was just all in all very sad for me. We are able to win a bunch of these next rounds through his greed. Picks up Clownfish. He's going to do some Clownfish shenanigans. Buy that waffle, so if he does keep the Swordfish, it always hits my Saigo, which is always protected by Potato. That's a good thing to note. We don't want him killing my things that aren't protected. And like at this point, like I'm rolling down. We don't even have 1.5 Saiga. I have 1.5 of all of my other units. The desperation is starting to hit in. Thankfully, he's not tempoing me out anymore. That's like the best thing. Like if he was still, like if he had seaweed, I might still be losing these rounds. Well, maybe not. I have a big dog in the back. Normally big dog does pretty well against Pack 3, which is why I like to do it. And then this is where it all turns around. I see Pteranodon, I see Nyala, and I go, well, I guess I'll try it. And it's also pretty cool because at least since I have level 1 Flying Fish, I can get a level 2 Nyala after this dies because the flying or the Pteranodon respawn actually gives me a spawn. So that was really cool. Normally you don't see this interaction very often, and that is a little terrifying. If I could win this round though, I'm actually feeling pretty damn good, which I do. Honestly, fairly easily. But the big problem, here's the big but here, is he made it to turn 9, and he is probably about to actually pivot into real stuff. End up buying this Beluga. Yeah, because I have Flying Fish still. I was still holding out for the hopes of getting my level 2 Flying Fish. We actually go for something really weird here. I buy chocolate cake on this Beluga to pick up Vaquita. Now, normally I don't buy Vaquita like ever. This is one of the very rare times that I think it was actually just good, because this guarantees I get a 50-50 dog. And I was thinking that a 50-50 dog could win it for me, but he fucking puts a back clownfish with pepper. This like almost guarantees he ties, so this was super smart to be able to do this. And, I mean, it doesn't even matter. My Vaquita's already level 2. Level 2 is all I needed to get the 50-50. And then that thing becomes fucking massive, and I cannot, unfortunately, cannot win here. Without Pepper, I do, but he's got it, so we tie. And then that brings him to turn 11, and stuff starts getting very, very scary for me. So at this point, I'm like, I either need to hit level 2 flying fish, or I'm just dead. Or I need to hit Nurse Shark, and I'm going to sell this flying fish. Well, which one did I hit first? It was the Nurse Shark. I probably should have just bought it, but then double Pteranodon shows up in shop, and I'm like, well, I think I know what I'm doing. I'm still holding out for this flying fish, too, which is unbelievable, I think. I think it was probably just better to get the level 2 Pteranodon, sell out a flying fish, and run up the double. But instead, I greed one more turn, thinking that I probably have the time to do it. We end up doing something, I think I basically took up my whole turn timer too, so I didn't have a very good position. And maybe I shouldn't have put flying fish here. I didn't think it mattered that much. I figured that I was still probably always losing this round, or tying, rather. And it's close, but yeah, the 50-50, same thing. And I actually lose. Not very good for me. But this next turn is amazing, and I see double chocolate cake. It is finally timed. This level 2 flying fish was never happening. It was huge cope that I kept it. But this is Exodia. This is a very small version of it. Probably one of the worst versions of the Pteranodon Exodia that I've seen. And I was thinking maybe I could do Flea. But I actually really liked the Vaquita still, because these two go off, right? I'm using a ton of my trumpets. Vaquita actually refills it back to 50-50. So not only do I get the double snipe from Nurse Shark, which is 36 damage, but I get another 36 damage and a 50-50 dog. So all in all, really, really strong. And his board is unfucking believable. He did the full pivot. This is a crazy fucking turn 12 board. His turn 12 board looks like it is going to eat my turn 12 board alive. But something magical happens. We get to pop melon. Get another snipe. Honestly, not that great. But into a 50-50 dog, we clear through everything, and we actually fucking win. With this board on turn 12 versus pack 3, I could not believe it. I think with a slightly different positioning, he's probably fine there, but he probably took his whole turn, right, to be able to pivot into something like that. Pack 3 has a hard time dealing with their time constraints, I would say. All right, and then I have another game here. This is one of the more classics that I think I go for. More of a 4-squad type, but it is one of my favorite things to do. So there are a few perks in this pack, right? We've got the good ones. We've got cherry, you know, we've got chocolate cake. These are like probably the 2 best perks in the pack. We've got durian, potato, again, the next best 2, I would say. Banana, tomato, pita. We've got a lot of good perks. Well, they're pretty all right. And they serve their purposes when they do. But there's one that stands out from the rest that you probably never really use, and you'd think you'd use it early, but you don't. What is it? It is the fucking egg, man. Before attack, deal 2 damage to the target once. And my preferred time to buy egg is turn 11 plus. I almost never buy egg before turn 11. And the reason I buy it after turn 11 is because of fucking melon. Melon, if you can pop melon and trade effectively, all of a sudden that egg is almost worth like a chocolate cake flea trigger, or I don't know. It almost feels like you just pop through melon and kill it completely. So countering their tier 6 perk with a tier 1 perk feels amazing. It is probably one of the best feelings in the world. And especially since most people never really expect it, makes it also feel very, very good. So great tempo start from me here. They do have Ox, which kind of counters my Flea. Sucks, I didn't really know about it, but I've already invested into my Flea, so I'm probably just going to keep it and try to hit other things. With 6 lives to 4, I almost always take Manta Ray. He's just my fucking guy. And then we can double sell. I can go Sea Lion, and we've actually got a really, really strong start here. When I see this board, I'm already thinking I'm just going to go straight into a giant Manta Ray 4-squad type of deal and hopefully have enough money to find all the things that I want. Double Dolphin, really fucking annoying. Can't win here. His shit's actually starting to get big, but to be expected when I drop down to the 4-squad. His board's also just really good. He's got a lot of stats. I'm going to be ripping a ton of lettuce, of course. I mean, lettuce, I've talked about it time and time again. It's actually so weird that this thing is, like, legal. Because they have sushi, like, tier 5 plus, but I can get sushi on turn 5. But, to be fair, Pack 4 has a lot of... Or, sorry, it's, like, the lack thereof. Pack 4 does not have a lot of good ways to deal with things, so I think the compensation of... What's it called? The compensation of getting the lettuce is probably necessary, so we have some real ways to stay in the game. Go for... Oh my god, this fucking stoat. I remember buying this stoat, because I was like, yeah, I can hit one of these. End up hitting PDF, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go PDF line. And they show me another PDF, and I look at this PDF for, I shit you not, probably at least 45 seconds, and go, there's no way I can take this, run this build with Double Dolphin. Like, I'd also need... potato. And so I'm like, it's just not gonna work. And then it fucking shows me I could have spiked level 2 PDF slug and just not done this build anymore. Unfortunately, I do not do that, and instead I go here. You end up buying this beluga, and then random roll, hit whatever lives inside. It's Saiga. Actually kind of cool here, because I can do something interesting. Beluga's always going to die because of Double Dolphin, so Saiga actually comes out, and I will actually get a trigger from it, so I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know if it matters here. Ooh, it actually... No, it doesn't matter for the win. But I thought it was cool. And, I mean, the game's looking okay for us. He's kind of... It looked like he was hard rolling. Maybe he bought a bunch of cans that turn. He didn't really do much, which is good for me. Still cycling stoats. We want to hit the fucking Manta. And then, oh my god, Sea Lion out the wazoo. End up freezing this. I was thinking that I would rather... If I could hit Bop on turn 9, I would much rather do that than I think hit Macaque, because I'm up life again. So I do... When I play the 4-squad line, you really have to think about how... Like the... Sorry, I brain fart. Like, the board state, the live state of the game to determine whether you need to be going for, like, spiking Macaque or spiking Bop. Currently, we don't have either, so I have to figure out which one I'm getting first. Clearly, it's not Bop, and clearly it's Macaque. So that's kind of what I'm going to be going for here, and I think I'm going to be getting rid of Beluga. Now, Beluga is normally my guy, but when we're going to 4-squad, it becomes much harder to fit him in until essentially I'm on lethal when I want to try to scam. So we'll sell him for now, and I'll pick him up later, was my idea. If I needed to, of course. Yeah, cycle a bro. I'm not going to freeze stoats in shop. I don't like freezing them into the next turn. I would rather just have my full roll. So we do it this way instead. I'm thinking that I could actually win this turn. He puts Ox in the back, I'm pretty sure, every fucking turn. Like, it just negates my Flea. But level 2 Flea, I'm hitting something else too, so it's not like this is the only thing that matters. He gets Snake Parrot on 9. Kind of scary for me here. But I think I'm able to... No, we actually do tie. That is a crazy tie to hit. Really, really needed that. And then here, I've got 12 gold. I was going to try to spike level 2 macaque, but they show me level 2 manta here, so I take that instead. Really hoping for the bop. And we do hit it. The only thing is I'm at 6 gold now. So even if I bought this, it wouldn't work. So I'm just going to buy the avocado, freeze bop for next turn. And also, like, the health, getting the health from here is great. This is a crazy fucking turn. Double chocolate in shop. And this is what I was talking about earlier, when it's like, determine whether I need to spike macaque or spike bop. So we're 3-3, right? That looks good for us, I would say. Very, very good for us. Now, the thing is, and I talked to myself during this part of the game, if I lose this next round, I think I almost always have to spike level 2 macaque. If I win, I can buy this bop and spike it instead, because the life differential, having one more life means essentially I'll have 14 more gold than them. And so I would have done it that way. Poor positioning by me, but honestly, did I think that they were going to have Boar Parrot in the next turn? No, it's turn fucking 10. So didn't expect that. I almost, like, it's like not even close here. I get flambéed. So at this point, I'm going to have to spike my level 2 macaque, and I will buy the bop though. And then this is kind of the squad we're dealing with. Also, it's nice, hitting the macaque means I could get another bop, so it makes sense. But the power spike from this macaque is going to mean a lot to me. I don't hit the other bop, so kind of worthless. And then here, I really decided whether I should keep rolling or if I wanted these 2 perks. And honestly, these 2 perks are really, really good against this team. If he ever does try to have like a back fly or a tiger snake in the back. And then Durian is just good to try to punch through his melons if he gets them. So I end up buying both. Probably not the best, I would say. This tomato. I like the durian, but I don't know if I like the tomato. Because normally, if I buy tomato, I want to spam a ton of them so they actually make sense. We end up freezing this macaque too. I was thinking that I might need level 3 to actually punch through. Because look, we're trading here. I don't want to trade like that. But this looks great for me, right? Now that we're able to one-tap the boar, we should easily win. Not easily, it was still very close. But now we're down to 2-2, and I'm feeling pretty okay about this. I think I can hit level 3 macaque with my 14 gold, right? Buy an avocado since I have 2 life. And now I'm actually getting ready for my beluga hog, and it's crazy to show beluga immediately and a chocolate. I'm kind of hitting this game, to be fair. But with 14, 17 gold a turn, normally you do hit a little bit harder than normal. This is great, too. I can freeze this bro. And I was thinking, like, all I need to do is win this turn, and then I can immediately get my beluga cake in there and have, like, an even harder tempo spike. I really thought that this was going to trade. Like, I calced it, too. I must have calced it wrong. Oh, he spiked level 2 monkey, so it got 1 extra buff. Because I calced this and was like, okay, the durian always hits boar, flea should always trade, and then bop should always pop this melon. Unfortunately, that didn't work. Thank goodness this wasn't a level 2. And I guess also thank goodness he didn't get melon, because melon would have kind of fucked me as well. And then I don't... Yeah, that hitting the double on there... Actually, did that even matter? I don't think it did. No, because 17, this still trades. No, that doesn't really matter. If anything, that might have been better. Yeah, because we're actually able to tie here. So good stuff. And then, brother, another Luga here. So now I kind of have to change my plans a little bit because it's getting weird. But I find the chocolate. So I get my level 3 macaque. And I think maybe this was bad because what I could have done... Oh, no, I couldn't have chocolated Beluga. Okay, never mind. This was right. Because I was thinking, like, if I chocolate Beluga, get the hog in... I'd have level 2, but then I'd need to find another hog so I can chocolate cake it. So this was fine, just to go level 3 macaque. Another huge power spike. And I decided just to get rid of it. This might have been bad too. But I was thinking that I could definitely win this round if I buy the beluga hog. And then I could spend my entire next round looking for just my other beluga. And then I'd have like a way easier time. Oh, triple flying fish for good luck. We swap here because I always want to be able to trade this, especially if he gets melon. I think I can one-tap through melon. No, I wouldn't because he gets the extra. It's fine though. This still would have always double traded, which I was fine with. And then we're like always able to win this round with how big my team is. Didn't snipe the beluga. Didn't really care though. I wasn't too worried about that. The thing I'm worried about most is being able to trade this boar effectively, which is where the turn 15 egg will come into play. So right now I'm skipping all these eggs because I'm looking just for the beluga. We hit it, and now there's not much left for me to do. Maybe a pita bread or something on some of these back guys. I'm going to reposition again. Yeah, I think I buy this pita bread, if I'm not mistaken. And I buy it on macaque, thinking that... So, if he gets melon here, which is what I'm expecting, it's been quite a few turns without melon. It's fucking coming, bro. Hopefully the flea would take it down, it would hit, this would trade, and then the macaque would absorb like a bunch of snake tiger snipes, still be huge, and then I should be able to just trade out the rest of their team. Unfortunately, switches the positioning up, really smart by him, puts this in the back so his snake tiger starts going off quickly. Thankfully, this doesn't die, but I think I'm always trading it. No, if this died, it would only be 18. This would live. Yeah, that would have been really bad. But I don't even fucking win this round, which is crazy. Another snake tiger. And then I simply cannot break through the 1 HP, or the perfect breakpoint here to tie. But at this point, this is when I know that my egg is coming out. We replace PETA because I need a unit to immediately 1-for-1 the boar, so he gets less snake tiger triggers. One of the best ways to do it if I cannot get chocolate cake flea. Also, chocolate cake flea would allow boar to get bigger. So egg does everything, basically everything I'd want to do. I just start buying chocolate. Like at this point, there's nothing other than like exactly pita bread for my manta, which is what I do. And then this egg, brother, the turn 15 egg, they never fucking expected, do they? And the cool thing about this as well, I don't know if he's bought any cans, probably has. But if he didn't, maybe if he bought 1 can and scorpioned front, I could still kill that scorpion with the egg, which is really cool. But this is the perfect creme de la creme turn 15 egg. Pop the melon, insta-kill. And then from here, like, I'm completely fine. I don't even care anymore. Right? It's, like, not even close. And I just get to freely trade everything. My shit's massive. Breakthrough melon. And we are smooth sailing. God, I love a turn 15 egg to win the game. And we're actually playing on my second golden account. So I have my main Pack 4 account, which is Pack 4 Smelly. And I played so much of it, right? We got to 2030. And I could keep playing to try to push to 2100, but I just wanted to find more games, right? It's really hard to find games after you get hit 2K. But my other Pack 4 account is already on leaderboard at 1985. I have been climbing with this pack like it's nobody's business. So I have 2 Pack 4 accounts on leaderboard, which is pretty impressive, I must say. And all of my wins have been pretty damn good. Been winning a lot, I'd say. Look at that. Level 1 macaque turned 14. I just had to get rid of the orangutan so I could chocolate cake flea. Still lost. That was a funny game. Played a couple of Pack 1 here. But yeah, mostly Pack 4. And as you can see, I have been winning quite a bit with it. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Let me know what you think about the games. Politely smack that like button's ass on your way out. And you know what? Have a wonderful day.